Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Shem, Yahushai, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways teaching His word in all sincerity and in truth. And I just want to respond to this event that happened last night with Anthony Joshua, where he defeated the former unified world champion Vladimir Klitschko at Wembley in front of 90,000 fans. Big event, made a lot of money. Britain is where it's at right now for boxing. America's through. Okay, there ain't no money over there for them guys. They got to come over and fight the UK lads. That's where they gonna make that money. But the whole point is that Anthony Joshua, he didn't win that fight against Klitschko by not being disciplined in his training camp and being disciplined with his lifestyle, so that he can enter into that fight at peak condition. Because as you see, Vladimir Klitschko is on his game too. So if you want to win, if you want to receive that crown in boxing, you want to become that boxing legend. You want to become, because he's now IBF champion. He retained that, and he's also gained the WBA championship belt. So he's a unified champion right now. I believe he's got the super belt. He's got that crown. He's receiving hella glory. He's receiving hella honor in this realm through the arena, through boxing. He had to strive, man. He had to discipline himself. And in the end, the spirit was with him to achieve that corruptible crown. All right, but we here who are in the ministry, who are in this truth, man, we're doing the same thing. That's why I like watching boxing, man, because boxing is a mental test, and this truth is a mental test. In boxing, you really fighting a lot against your own self to push yourself. You are your worst enemy in boxing, in terms of you holding yourself back, man. You know what I mean? From progressing, and that's how it is in this truth sometimes, man. Your own worst enemy. You gotta fight yourself, man. Fight against your own flesh to persevere on to higher levels. When you're boxing, you gotta go to that training camp. You got certain boxers, they gotta cut weight, man. So when you're cutting weight, not only do you have to train hard, but you also gotta starve yourself. You gotta be on a diet, man. And after you work out, the only thing you want to do is eat, but you can't. Your flesh is crying out for you to consume calories, but you gotta put this flesh under subjection and hold that diet, man. You gotta mortify that, man. Okay, well, that's how it is in this truth. That's why the scriptures speak about mortifying your members, man. You gotta discipline yourself. Now, this is 1 Corinthians 9:24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain. Okay, you gotta go in hard for this truth, like how these athletes go in hard to receive their prizes. And how much more? And every man that striveth for the mastery, okay, because when you're a boxer, that's really what you're doing. If you want to be the top elite boxer, you're striving to be a master. Like Mayweather became a master. He didn't become a master by playing games in the gym. He became a master by through discipline, through training. Okay. And every man that striveth for mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown. Like these different athletes, the accolades and the honor and the glory they're receiving, the crowns they're receiving are corruptible. They're going to be forgotten and destroyed with this kingdom. Their crowns are of this world. So when this world is destroyed, their crowns and their memorial and their legacy is going to be destroyed right along with this world. The boxing hall of fame and all that, that's just, your belts, all that's going to be worthless, man. The only thing that's going to be of worth in the time to come, the only thing that's going to be taken into the next kingdom is the works of the righteous, man. And that's it. It says, now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. We being what? The hopeful elect. We want to get an incorruptible crown, which is honor and glory everlasting. All right? Which can never be diminished. All right? All right. Now I look up this word temperate. Even when you're fighting in that ring, you have to remain disciplined. You can't get emotional, man, because then that's how you make mistakes. Emotion, uncontrolled emotion brings mistakes. When you're fighting in that ring, most people think you get angry and you lash out. That's how you get hit up, because you ain't disciplined. You gotta control, just like being in this truth. You gotta control your emotions. We got emotional content, as Bruce Lee would say. You gotta use emotional content. Yeah, you're gonna be passionate, but you don't overdo it so that you go out, you exceed the boundaries of your discipline. Now it says here, for that word temperate, it's not gonna play here, but anyway, it says to be self-controlled, continent, to exhibit self-government, conduct oneself temperately. All right, so Anthony Joshua, in terms of boxing, even in the training camp, even in the years leading up to this event, had to be self-controlled, man, in order to enter into that ring at peak physical and mental condition to defeat Vladimir, man. Okay? Even when he got knocked down and he got back up, he had to show discipline to stick to his game plan. You know what I'm saying? To not panic. And it paid off, right? In a figure drawn from athletes who, in preparing themselves for the games, abstain from unwholesome food, wine, and sexual indulgence. They have to mortify their members. Like I said, some of them to cut weight. They gotta starve themselves, man, and train hard at the same time, and your body's screaming out for them calories, and you gotta abstain, man. They got, basically, in a way, they gotta fight against the flesh. Well, we doing it how much more safe for the reward of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay. All right, so basically, man, we gotta go hard for this thing. We gotta remain disciplined, stick to the doctrine, stick to our principles, retain our integrity, man, in this thing, man, so that we can get that incorruptible crown. All right, because everything you see Anthony Joshua, all the glory he's received just now, it's on gonna come to naught any damn way. So you, Anthony Joshua, you're an Israelite, man. Okay, and you better learn that all that glory that you're receiving right now, that you're living off, is gonna be swept away real swift, lest you repent and seek after true glory and honor, which is in the humility of Yahweh Shai. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.